Okay, so one of the rules or one of the things that God instructed me about was my diet, like what I ate, how I ate, and He went to great lengths to explain to me why I had to eat a certain way. Now, due to budget constraints, I haven't always been able to eat the way that He instructed me. So and I used to feel like so bad about it, like so guilty. And but as our relationship developed, I got to a place where I felt comfortable and safe, in that, Lord, everything that I'm facing. I'm busy with ABC, what's going on in my life. And I don't need to be afraid now every time I grab like some bread. I don't need to be, thinking, oh no, you're being disobedient, right? So our relationship grew. And as the relationship grew, in the morning I was eating some bread, right? I wasn't really hungry, but I guess I had the munchies. So I took this bread and I was eating it and I was guilt-free. And God said to me that, as we were going through that, I noticed that, okay, now I've gotten to a place whereby I'm not scared. I'm not feeling guilty. I'm not feeling like at any moment my health could deteriorate just because I'm being disobedient. Because I have an understanding now that, anyway, my health is in your hand. Yes, you've given me this rule, but at the end of the day, you make the final call. And at the end of the day, you love me and you want me here. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like out of a conceited place or anything, but it's about knowledge. It's knowing who you are and knowing who you are to God, right? Knowing that you're not just there to play by the rules. You actually have a relationship, and rules are important. I'm not saying God's laws are not important, please, right? But there's a relationship now whereby I can be like, you know what, everything I'm facing, so I'm sorry, I know this is not what you want me to do, but at this moment I feel that I need to do this, right? And so anyway, moving along, there was a day where I said to, like I was going through stuff once again, and I was taking a walk because I love to walk just to release a bit of the tension. And I said to the Lord as I walked, I said, Lord, like, I wasn't even speaking to the Lord as such. I was just sort of speaking to myself, sort of speaking to Him, like maybe passive aggressively. I don't know what that thing's called that I was doing that day. But I was walking there and I was like, Lord, you've told me that, okay, I need to, abstain and everything, and it's been 3 years now and on and on. So I went on and I was like, but what if like you could like make a way, or what if I decided that I would no longer do this certain thing, I would no longer abstain, and and I was like, okay, so there's a promise that God made to me. And I'm like, okay, so, there are promises actually. And I thought to myself, oh, well, you'd probably miss out on at least one of those promises, or, if not all of those promises, because of that disobedience. And then later in the day, the Holy Spirit said to me, actually, okay, so the Holy Spirit said to me that it's not just about what you would forfeit in terms of what I'm going to do for you. That would be the catastrophe. The real catastrophe is that you would put our relationship on the line. You would put our relationship that we've been building for the last couple of months, you would put it down the line just to scratch an itch, basically. And I was really touched by that. I was like, wow. Like, God really loves me. Like, he put it in such a way that, like, we have a relationship, which we do, right? We have a relationship, and we've grown so much, and, we know each other, and I know the very thing that He hates, and I know that He's given me so much grace over the years, and I would put it on the line just to scratch an itch. So He said to me, that is the greatest, the greater catastrophe outside of what you would lose or, not have anymore, if you decide to make that decision.